guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me. Alone without being lonely, getting back to the old me. It's kinda nice to feel free. I thought this was over, thought I could control it, but if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do, I ain't over you. I ain't over, I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. Give it time, things will settle. Just a face till it's better, yeah. Heard it all before. Even though we were toxic, feels the most when you've lost it. That's just how it goes. By myself feeling lonely, can't get back to the old me. I'm stuck in way too deep. I thought this was over, thought I could control it, but if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do, I ain't over you. I ain't over, I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. I ain't over, I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. Ain't over you. I ain't over you. And no matter what I do, I ain't over you. For the first time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it. I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me. Alone without being lonely, getting back to the old me. It's kinda nice to feel free. I thought this was over, thought I could control it, but if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do, I ain't over you. I ain't over, I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. Give it time, things will settle. Just a face till it's better, yeah. Heard it all before. Even though we were toxic, feels the most when you've lost it. That's just how it goes. By myself feeling lonely, can't get back to the old me. I'm stuck in way too deep. I thought this was over, thought I could control it, but if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do, I ain't over you.
Well, hello, Plannerets assemble. It's time for us to hang out with each other and make sure we have a great time while we're planning our new week. How are you? Welcome to the Plan with Me for June the 10th to the 16th. Um, one day I'm going to have a live stream where everything like goes off to plan. Now do let me know if the volume is okay, because I have moved things around. Microphone's over here now, and like, you know, Marianne never sits still when it comes to organizing stuff. How are you all? Let's have a quick look. Who is here today? We have Elle. Hello, Elle. How are you? Nice to have you back. Steph is here. And I did see May come in at Isabel. Yes, you just made it in time. I am so glad you are here. And of course, you are also welcoming of each other. I do appreciate you making everybody else feel very, very welcome. So if you are watching and you are new here, don't be shy. Say hello in the chat. Or if you are watching on replay, type in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Yes, party is just getting started. Excellent. All right, so let's go, everybody. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to go review the last week because it's very important. Just finished reading a book called The 12-Week Year. I have to get the name of the book correctly. I'll make sure to pop it in the description a little bit later once the live stream is finished. And I'm going to talk about it because last week was my first week using the methodology. And so I want to get a couple of weeks under my belt to see how it all works. However, one of the things that they do talk about in there is making sure you're reviewing your previous week, because you don't know what to do for the following week if you don't know areas that maybe you neglected. Or it's important to also celebrate the wins. So it's really, really important. Now there's this new thing on StreamYard, the little pop-up that's blocking my comments, so I'll make sure. And I did see Erin. Hello, Erin. How are you? Finally able to catch a live again, and so happy that you are here. It may be my computer. I agree with our background. Looks awesome. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Sounds a bit echoey. Let me have a look, Mariane. Okay, I think I took the echo thingy BB bot. Let me see if this sounds. Tell me if it sounds better. Does that sound better? I turned off the echo thingy. Do I have my headphones on? Yeah. Let me know if it sounds better, because I want to make sure you are hearing me nice and clear and I'm not echoey. No, now too low. Hang on. Let's have a look. I don't know what's going on. Hang on. It is because it is on the wrong microphone setting. How's that? I think that should be better. Is that better? Give me thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let me just make sure the echo cancellation's gone. I can see more lights flickering. Woohoo, better. Thank you so much. As I was saying, Erin, hello, nice to see you. Better. There you go. Perfect. That's better. Yup. All good. Woohoo. Excellent. I'm so glad that I got it. Yeah, so it chose the wrong microphone. It was choosing the microphone over there on my webcam. So of course it's not going to sound properly because it's so far away. We'll get there. Can you hear me? We'll get there. All right. Okay. So all good now. So see, I told you. One day, but that's the fun of it, because then you get to interact and you get to tell me all the stuff that I need to know. Thank you so much. As I was saying, it's really important to review the previous week that you've had in your planner. That way you get to know what areas you need to focus on. Celebrate the wins, because we're all about celebrating the wins, big or small. So let me show you my desk. Here we are. So I have moved into my Filofax Molden Organizer. Today I'm going to be showing you the A5. So this is in the pink, and I do also use the personal size for my daily pages. Let's have a look. Where's my daily pages? And for those of you who are new to my channel, I used to be a Filofax ambassador, which meant I received Filofax products to use and experience and be able to share how I find them. And then, so this is where we are. But I'll see if I need to show the daily pages. But today what we're going to do is we're going to go and look at the A5 size, where I have my planner bundle printable download. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. I move things around. It looks like I'm looking at the desk. Isn't that fun? And so what we're going to look today is I'm going to review the habit tracker as well as my mood. I'm going to remove the clear divided tab so it's not shining. I'm going to review my mood and step tracker. And we're going to also look at my well-being planner page. Now, I'll make sure in the description I'll pop a link on how you can make these clear divided tabs using laminating sheets and pre-made tab stickers. So that's fun little project if you want to go and create these side tabs, top tabs, and bottom tabs. Yes, the Molden is quite good. I do love it. So it's very pretty. And now I did change my watch band as well to match the colorways of the new weekly spread. So if you haven't seen I did pop a video probably 6 hours ago on YouTube, and so it is this one where I did all the pre-planning, because this does take so much time, and if I did it on a live stream we won't have enough time to talk about all the other things. So I did break it, and it is silent, so shh, Mariane is ain't talking in this one because I did it while everyone was watching TV and running around in the house. So I can't even have ASMR type of videos because my young one's just running around. So I thought I'll put a little background. So if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you pop onto that video after this live stream. Link is in the description. So that's why I did divide it, because it would be here forever. As much as I'd love to be here with you, today is a public holiday here in Sydney, Australia, to celebrate the King's birthday, King Charles' birthday. So in Australia, we celebrate it all in June. And so, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to review, like I said, habit and mood and steps tracker. It did say sleep, but I'm tracking the number of steps because one of the goals I want to improve on is getting myself outside, getting the vitamin D. I'm here most of the time inside in my planner desk, homeschooling, and so I'm not getting enough sunshine or outdoor and getting my walk on. So I did change that to a steps tracker, and we're going to review as well the wellbeing planner spread. So this printable download is from my shop at marianecresp.com, and so I created these planner printable because I couldn't find anything that encompassed all the stuff that I wanted, like the habits, the wellness, morning journaling, making sure I'm taking breaks, and then of course your traditional weekly spread. So if you are interested, I do have this in A5, Happy Planner Classic, as well as letter size. So if you wanted to have a look at that as well. Okay, so I've got my notes here because I want to make sure I do cover everything as much as possible. So I want to look at the habit tracker. So let me know in the chat, or if you are watching on replay, if you have some sort of tracker that tracks your habits, whether it's reading, working out, eating, your vitamins, doctor visits, any wellness, nutritional stuff, let me know. Say me, I track some sort of thing there. So Isabel says, yes, the Malden is just gorgeous. And Annabelle, hello, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are here with us today. All right, so let me quickly have a look. So what I want to make sure, if of course you have any questions along the way, pop them in the chat, type, and then I'll make sure I'll try and address them as I go. Or if I do miss it, please flag it again, because sometimes the chat just goes up too much and then I don't know whether I've answered them or not. And of course, all items mentioned and shown in today's video, I will have it in the description below. If not now, I'll make sure I update it a little bit later. All right, so my habit tracker, the things that I have on here are my morning routine. So it's very, very important for me. I have found that if I set aside time for me, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, the day goes a little bit better. Not perfect, not good all the time, but it's a lot better because it's really laying that foundation, making sure that I'm acknowledging how I'm feeling that morning, why am I feeling that way, and what is it that I can do throughout the day to make sure I make myself feel better or feel better throughout the day. So my morning routine has been an essential part of my daily habits. So it's really one of the things I'm trying not to miss, because then I can see a pattern when I am not doing my morning routine. And these includes meditating, journaling, seeing what my mood is, tracking our expenses, reading, getting some sort of movement. Is if I don't do them as often or on a consistent basis, my mood is up and down. And so I'm 49 years old, so I'm going through my perimenopausal journey at the moment. So I don't know whether I'm coming or going with hot flushes, migraines, moods, blah, right? So it's really important that I'm putting time for myself. So that's on my habit tracker. So let's quickly have a look at each things I have. So last week, meditated every day. I'm so happy. So I'm going to celebrate a lot of things because, like I said, I started reading the book, The 12-Week Year, and it was about planning your week way before the week starts. Because what I was doing was I was planning as I went. And then, of course, we know life things throws curveballs at us, or just life in general, that can make us overwhelmed or stressed. And then if we're reacting rather than being proactive with the things that we need to do, then of course we just we put out fires instead of going, slow down, breathe. Is this important? Is it urgent? Is it something that matters to me? Is it something I can delegate? So really important that what I've found by planning ahead, planning my whole week, that doesn't mean I'm going to do everything in the week, but it's the plan. It's like your recipe. If you're a cook, you're a chef, you have your recipes and you have your ingredients and then all the steps, right? So I have been very proud that I have done my morning routine on a consistent, normally the second and third week of the month, I fall off the wagon because it's like the newness of the month has worn off, but I'm very happy. So I meditated, I acknowledged my mood, I did my journaling, I did reading, I tracked our expenses. Workout, still a work in progress, but that's a win because I did 1, 2, 3, 4 workouts in the week, and my goal was to work out 3 to 5 times a week. So yay for me, right? So, and then my AM skincare. So sometimes I'm not very good with my skincare. I don't do my morning routine and my nighttime routine as often. And then, of course, the other things throughout the days, I'm checking the weekly planner. Am I on track? What do I need to, drop off the list if I'm feeling a little bit low? And then did I action the priority of the day? Did I get myself outside? So only 3 days because I did have a big migraine last week. Did I connect with loved ones? So that's just DMing, sending a text message, saying hello, a quick wave emoji, just making sure we are connecting, because connecting with our loved ones and our community of like-minded people like you, that's why I think I show up as often as possible every week on my Monday here in Sydney, Australia, your Sunday if you are in the other parts of the world. It brings me joy because we need that connection. It's so important. So if you haven't found your tribe, especially if you will need real life connections, find a group, of reading club, a book club, or, whatever hobby you have, a gardening club, right? And then cleaning, not too bad, 4 days out of the week. And then also checking my weekly planner. And there is my workout. Like I said, 4 days out of the 7. I used to just do 1 to 2 and fall off the wagon and then come back again at the end of the month. And so that is my habit tracker. So let me just quickly have a look at what was going on here. Isabel says, I do have trackers, but I'm not consistent. That's okay. Now remember, like anything, like any habits, it needs to be over time, because if you haven't used trackers before, and for however old you are, this is a new skill. It's a practice. That's why they call it a practice, not perfection. So just make sure you are kind to yourself, because like I've been saying most recently, the empty boxes or whatever you're tracking is as telling as the filled in. So maybe you're busy. So if you've got other projects going on, then it may have that has been taken over. But just make sure, if you see there is a goal that you want to achieve and you're not getting there, you might have to go and reassess. And that's why weekly reviews of your previous week is, because there's no point if you have something on your planner and then you don't action it. You sort of got to go, why not? There's they say if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that's a form of insanity. So you got to see what needs to change. Maybe you just need to do it in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, or maybe not even do it for this month because you've got too many things that you're juggling. So just be kind to yourself, give yourself some grace to just make sure. And do you have too many stuff in your habit tracker? No, I have a lot of these because I have been doing this form of habit tracking since 2017. And you should have seen my bullet journal where I first started. For, years, months, it wasn't as consistent. And, I'm still getting better at it. Remember, it's progress, not perfection. Hello, Annabelle. Hi, hello, Lauren. How are you? Now, Jewish Planner Mom, please make sure you follow her on Instagram. She always posts my well-being planner on her page. So thank you, Lauren. Nice to see you here. I hadn't seen the mood and steps, just mood and sleep. Yeah, no, Lauren, I see, I whited out the sleep, and then I changed it to steps. And instead of hours, I put K for 1,000. So it worked out really well. So it's still the mood and sleep. I just changed it because I haven't been good at tracking my sleep, because I always forget to to charge my Apple Watch, which has the sleep tracker. So I thought, like I was saying to Isabel, if I wasn't being able to track my sleep as often, and then I would see an empty tracker, and then of course that could, bring me down, because it's like, because I still get all, hard on myself when I don't feel in stuff. And so why should I keep putting something there that I'm maybe not doing as consistently? Maybe I'll try that another time, or find a better system to track my sleep. So this one, I've just changed it to, Lauren, it's still the sleep one. I just changed it. Little white out does it. So May said, oh, beautiful. I love it. You guys saying hello to everybody. I used to use well-being insert. I think it's time to bring it back and just start tracking some simple but important things. See, me too. For those of you who would have seen, in November, I went into the Hobonichi planner. And then a couple of weeks ago, I bought the Traveler's Notebook one. And then I was just, something was missing. And it was because it didn't have, the reason why I made these planner insert for myself originally was I needed something to keep it simple, have everything on a one page. For me to be able to acknowledge my mood in the mornings, and then I can respond to it. And then there's 7 key areas of focus, the wheel of life, and then wellness, the other things that are as important, but sometimes we don't have in the space in the traditional planners, like drinking water, not spending too much on stationery, getting myself outside, celebrating the wins, taking vitamins, and eating a piece of fruit, and of course scheduling in our breaks. Now I did move into just want to make sure that I've covered everything on this one, because that's the next one we have. So let me just quickly have a look. I've got everything. Getting outside, I think getting outside I only did 3 times. Like I said, I had really bad migraine in the middle of the week. Now that could be because I was snacking on a lot of sugary food. And so so Did I get the migraine because I ate too much sugar, or was I eating sugar because I was, on the couch and doing nothing? So it's the chicken or the egg thing. However, what has pointed out to me is I need to look out and be mindful of the type of snacks that I'm doing. So I want to make sure this week that I put there no sugar. Maybe I'll put a little post-it note or a little sticky note on my thing. So and have a contingency plan. So see how this is where reviewing your week, the previous week, gives you an opportunity to go, why did I feel that way? Why didn't I get to action the tasks and habits that I said I want to do so then I can get to my goals? Is there something that I'm doing that affects and has a cause of something else? So I had seen that I pretty much ate half a bottle of, I'm Filipino, and Filipinos, we have lots of sugar-coated candies. It's just like, soury fruits that are sugar covered in lots of sugar, and I can eat a whole box or pack of those. And so even though I tell my husband, don't buy me any of those when you go to the into Chinatown and to the Asian grocers, but then I'll get upset when he doesn't buy it. So the poor thing's like, what do you want me to do? Buy it, not buy it? So really important. So I need to have a contingency plan in this new week. What do I need to do if I want to reach for this sugary snack? I might have go eat fruit instead, or go for a walk. So see how now reviewing it allows you to go and question. You need to question it. If there are things in your tracker, or if there are things in your planner that are not working out the way you want, and it's not getting you to the goal that you said you want to achieve, review it. You have the opportunity. It's your planner. And guess what? You don't have to have it on your page if it's not working for you, or it's causing you anxiety, or at the moment it's giving you too much stress. Who's to say that just because a planner that you have, or planner pages have, 22 lines to fill, you don't have to. I've seen a few of my customers who have purchased my planner inserts use the pages in a different way. So customize it, because it is your planner. It's important that the planner works with you, not you trying to fit your life into the page or the planner inserts that you have. Okay, so just really important. A really good way. That's why trackers like this is great, because it's visual. You see straight away the data that you have on there. If there's something, a couple of habits that you have is, not filled in, why? Is it maybe just the wrong time of the day? Maybe just so busy in the morning that morning log might have to be an evening log. Right? Who's to say that morning journal has to be morning? It could be your evening journal, afternoon journal, a 3:30 journal, a 10:30 journal, whatever it is that works for you. Let's quickly have a look at the chat. Lauren says, so great. I modify too. I switch mood to overnight oxygen. Yes, I've seen Lauren have the headings different ways. Someone, I think it's Erica from Sisters with Plans on Instagram, had put the outfits. So in the morning journal, she plans the outfit she's going to wear. So then, of course, in the morning, she doesn't have to try and take too much time trying to figure out what to wear. So she plans her outfit for the weeks. Instead of morning journal, puts outfit. So see, customize it to your needs. And May says, after my sugar fast, I've decided to limit sugar for the most part. If there's a birthday party or special day, I'll partake a little bit and then go back to low sugar. Yeah, I know when I drink, when my husband and I go out on date nights, even though nowadays I only have one drink, it still hits me very, very differently. So I don't know that's because I'm just getting old, or if it is part of the perimenopausal things and, things that are changing in my body. So I can't handle those sort of things the same way I used to in my 20s. So May says the habit tracker really helped. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad it has. So yeah, so customize the habit tracker and the planner pages you have. I just did my morning journal. Yeah, exactly. So, and then that's just it. You just change it, and it's almost 2 p.m. Yeah, I'll put on my here. So sometimes I think see uh this was on the 7th. Woke up with a very big migraine and had a bad dream. Probably as I got too hot, have caught up on sleep, and that was at 2:09. See, me too, Lauren. I did mine on this Friday, my morning journal at 2:09 p.m. See, it doesn't have to be. If you miss it, there is no rule to say you can't go and fill it in at midnight. Okay, so they're really, really important. Okay, and then like I said, cleaning. So cleaning is one of the things I need to make sure I also prioritize in the new week, because even though I did 4 days, I've moved things around, and so poor corners of the room have my stuff in there, and it's just things on top of each other. And as they say, your environment is as much a thing that can affect your mood and your well-being. So environment also needs to be make sure as one of the top things. So if you feel like maybe you're being cranky, you're feeling low, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed, one of the things to check is your house, your environment, because you might go, oh, it's I know for us our place is not dirty, right? It's just things are everywhere, because we clean along the way, but I want to do the 10-minute quick tidy daily basis, so I'm not spending my Saturday with the family and the four of us, well, the three of us, the younger one helps from time to time, cleaning a couple of hours, the bathroom, the floors, the sink, the kitchen. So if I do 10-minute tidies, then it's a lot easier. And then I know I do get cranky when there's a mess, so it does affect me a lot. Okay, so and then the other thing is, see how this is where I see the nice correlation. I was doing a lot of my morning routine, and so my mood reflects it. And I think that's where it's important. I find that if I don't do my morning routine, and I'll talk about it in the next page, then that's when I react, because I don't have a contingency plan. So what I have found is, okay, Mariane, Zach, my younger son, who's on the autism spectrum, is having a difficult time maybe managing his sensory processing, or things have changed, which of course affects his mood. And sometimes he, has challenging time regulating his emotions. So there can be meltdowns for him that also affect me. And I do this, and then I know he also reads off me. So if I'm having a bad day, he's going to have a bad day. So what I've found is looking after myself and my mental well-being, my physical, emotional, and spiritual, and connecting with friends has helped the mood. So if you're finding yourself feeling sad, anxious, angry, quick to anger, have a look. Have you been putting in time for you? Because tell me this, when there are certain things that will trigger you, right? It's just any other day, you would just go, meh, whatever. Or, if someone cuts you off, if you drive, someone cuts you off, you go, whatever. But then if you're feeling frustrated, stressed, and overwhelmed, and someone, cuts in, and then you'll feel the frustration, and you're like honking or whatever, So having yourself in a good, positive, well-being frame of mind will allow you to manage the day-to-day stuff that life throws at you a lot better. And this will start to show in your tracker, in your mood, in your sleep, in your how you manage your food, because then of course they have a knock-on effect. And so here I know I haven't been doing my steps, I haven't been getting outside.
So that's probably, I mean, for this, it's not too bad because I did have a really bad migraine. One of those that, any type of movement was just so painful. And then I know that's probably because of the sugar. So I'm going to see what it'll be like. So your data, your habit trackers or your planner are great data points. It's experiments. Let's see how this thing, me doing this in the morning, does that work for me? No. Maybe I'll try in the afternoon. Ah, ding. There's the missing piece. All it was is I had to change the time of day that I did my habit. Trackers will help you figure those things out. You're not going to figure it out right away. So please don't go, oh, Marianne says all I got to do is change it to the afternoon. Because I tell you what, my workout, I've done it, put it for the morning, didn't work for the afternoon, didn't work for the evening, didn't work. So I'm there going, all right, so maybe it's not the time of day. Maybe if my workout doesn't work in the morning, maybe what it is I have to get myself out of the house and join a gym and have some sort of accountability group. So those are the things, but you have to keep trying. Don't try and keep doing it the same way and just go, oh, I wonder why it's not working. Okay, so let me know what you think of the reviewing your previous week. Is this something that you do? Because now what I've done is I sort of do it, it's sort of like, I remember, I better do it because, for content, for something to show on my live stream. But no, creating goals will not be any good if you don't review how you're doing. Because we can create goals. We're good at that, aren't we? It's a new week. I'm going to be good. I'm not going to have sugar. I'm going to walk out, get outside more. I'm going to make sure I'm taking my breaks. I'm going to make sure I'm morning journaling, blah, blah, blah. We're so good at creating goals. But it's the execution. That's another thing I've learned from the 12-week book. It's not so much, it's great to plan, but if we're not taking action, and the action just has to be tiny little action. If it's just 5-minute walk, if it's just maybe instead of having a pack of chips or a bag of lollies, you have an apple. Or, if you have, I live in an apartment block, so I don't have a backyard. Maybe if I just get myself outside, press the elevator button, get myself outside, even if it's just, okay, back in, it's a step. So you make sure that even the tiniest step still gets you forward. All right, let's have a look. Everyone's still here. The chat's quiet. So normally when the chat is quiet, I always think I'm like frozen or the connection is gone. So let me know if you are still here. And of course, if you are watching a replay, pop in the comment if you're reviewing your previous week is something that you do, if not all the time, at least, mid-month and at the end of the month, let me know. Still here, we're here, fantastic. I'm so glad. Okay, thank you, Elle. Thank you, Isabel. All right, so I know, celebrate my workout, cleaning, right? So in my planner bundle printable, right at the back, there is the last pages, you've got space for writing your gratitude. So we'll talk about that in a sec. And then the back page is just a dotted grid. And I've just divided it into 3 columns. So then I can write my notes. So I know workout, keep going. So cleaning, I have to make sure I make as a priority. No sugar. Getting myself outside. So see how by reviewing your last week, you can then start to plan for the new week and make those things a top priority. All right. So just listening and taking it all in. I love it, Steph. Thank you so much. I know a lot of those who do watch plan as well and do their fun stuff like washi tapes and stickers. So let's have a look. We've done that one. And then now this is my well-being planner spread. Like I said, I created this because through my own learning on how to try and manage my son, who I homeschooled in 2019. So his homeschooling, still making sure that I did the things that I enjoy, like, content creation, and making sure I look after myself. Again, that putting that oxygen mask. I needed something that would tackle, me trying to figure out. So I've learned about, acknowledge your feelings in the morning, make sure you're taking your breaks, make sure you're also looking at other things like water and, celebrating wins, eating fruit. And then this Wheel of Life methodology by Zig Ziglar. So in 7 key areas of focus, in no particular order: mental or spiritual, mental, finance, social, physical, family, and career. So those are the things there. And then you create habits that's important to you and how you want to achieve those. So the Wheel of Life is about, not getting everything, each and everything done 100% of the time. But what it is you start to see if there are areas in your life that are being neglected too often. Right, so it's not about hitting each and every area 100% or all at the same level, but you start to go, you know what? I haven't been connecting with friends for a long time, and that could be the missing piece that will help me, you know, alleviate any anxiety. Because sometimes when we bottle our own feelings in and we don't share, it gets worse because it bounces in our head, right? If we can't get it out. That's why writing on paper is so important, because you get yourself, all your thoughts out of your head and down on paper. You get to see it more. You get to see it more you remove yourself from it. It's more rational, as they say. You can't read the label of a bottle from the inside. So getting it out there, or even just saying it to a friend. So if you meet a friend for coffee, blurting it out, it's sort of like, it's a release, right? So if there are certain areas of your life, it can be 7 areas, 8 areas, the 10 life. So whatever it is, if you start to see week in, week out, month in, month out, that, you know what, our finances we haven't been, be intentional with the way we save, we pay our debt, we handle money. And then that causes stress, whether, if you're in a relationship, that causes stress in your partnership, or that causes whatever it is, right? You get to see, well, what can I do to make sure that I'm not neglecting that area? Or you could go, you know what? I haven't been meeting up with friends for a while because I've just started a new job, so I've been training, or there's a, you go interstate for a conference or whatever it is. So what you need to go is, once that's over, I need to make sure that makes that a priority. So this page here, the Wellbeing Planner spread, which you can get separately. You don't have to get the full planner bundle that's a month's worth. You can just get this spread. And if this is the your most used planner pages, it'll be good enough, because you got your habit tracker. You can change this to other things you want to track. It doesn't have to be wellness. It could be your doctor visit or your vitamins. This one, morning journal, can be mood logging, or just getting some. And it's just a couple of lines. Sometimes it's just a couple of lines that will get you to get it out of there and stop you from going shoulda, woulda, coulda. I wish I'm further ahead. Why didn't I do that? Why don't I look good in my clothes? Why am I fighting with my children so much? Why am I having difficulty with my relationship? Sometimes just blurting it out, it's like a worry log. It releases you. And that's what I've found. That's why this has been so important. And I think that's what I, had been missing for the last couple of months. And that's why my head has been all over the place. Is, Marianne, you created this page, yet, you don't use it. But it's always good to try new things, because, that's how we learn. That's how we grow, right? And then, of course, taking a break. So with my, let's quickly have a look with my wellbeing spread. So the 7 areas focus, again, this is the best I have done in a long, long time when it comes to the habits that I have put for myself, because I planned this week, June 3rd to 9th, before it arrived. So I haven't done it yet for this week because I wanted to sleep because of course waking up very early. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. to get all dolled up and get ready, so I'm a little bit presentable for you guys. But this is the best that I've done in a long time, and even my wellness and this, and this is the thing too. I have to make sure that if in the new week I don't do as well, that's okay too. So I need to make it, because I used to do that where I put so much expectation on myself that, oh, you did well, so now keep going. But we know life is full of ups and downs. As much as we plan, we don't know what's coming ahead, but we can at least have a plan for it. So then that way, if things go disarray, we go, shake it off. All right, let's handle that. Let's handle that curveball, and then just go. If we've been rattled a bit or we've been shaken a bit, we go, have a breather, have a bit of water, right? And go, what do I do next? My planner, my habit tracker. Let's have a look. Oh, have I acknowledged how I feel this morning, feel today? Of course, that's why I feel frustrated, because someone at work said they were going to get done the things they were supposed to do, and then they didn't, and then of course that affected my work. And then acknowledging is, well, what can I do to make myself feel better? So this spread has given me that opportunity to go, bah! Life is a mess. Okay, what do we need to do next? Allow yourself maybe a little bit of time to just go, F it. I'm going to just sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing for a couple of hours and watch a little bit of TV. And then go, okay, what's my why? Oh, yes, that's right. My why is to get healthy, add some movement into my day. Why? Because I want to be here for my boys. I want to see them grow up. There's my reason. So I've got to do it. I can't just go, I feel tired. Yes, you can feel tired. That's why it's important to take your break. Important to rest. All right. So 7 areas of focus. I'm celebrating it. Big win. So I'm giving myself, let's see, where is it? I'm giving myself a confetti burst. So if you have been doing something that you have done, 1% better, this is for you as well. Do I have I don't think I have Can you hear that? Can you hear the claps? Let me know if you can hear the claps, because I have that as a little sound effect. But okay, if you can't hear it, I'll do the clap. Let me know, please, in the chat that you can hear that clap, and make sure. All right, so so that's the confetti for you for whatever you have in your planner that you did 1% better this week or last week. Well done. Make sure you are celebrating those wins as well. All right, so then wellness tracker, my morning journaling, again, by being able to knowing at the beginning of the day how I'm feeling, why I feel that way, and being able to respond to it rather than react. Then I could go put something in place. You know what? I've got a big migraine today, so I'm going to make sure I take a few things off my plate, because if I keep trying push through the pain, then it's just I'll make mistakes. I'll get angry at someone. I may say something that I shouldn't. Sometimes when on Instagram, when I'm not feeling well, whether physically or mentally or emotionally, and then I see something that's like, not a nice comment, and then I'll answer back, and then I made a mistake that I replied to someone with it wasn't nasty, but it was sort of like, hey, what's your tone here? And the comment wasn't actually for me. It was for someone who was being nasty to me, and they were defending me. And I just felt so bad because I let my emotions get in the way, and then I didn't read properly the comment, and so then I made her upset, right? So then you affect someone else's day, and I was just like, so it's really important. Why don't put too much on your plate. If it's didn't hear, here we go. Heard your claps. Thank you. Woohoo! Didn't hear it, but I felt it. Oh, yay! And Irene, hello, Irene. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Hello, quietly sitting in corner, enjoying some me time and big glass of tea. Oh, fantastic! I think my coffee has gone cold. It's now iced coffee because it's now starting to get cold here in Australia because it is the start of winter for June. So very proud of my morning journaling. And one of the things that I had put on here, so quite proud. I acknowledged my feeling each day last week. It really put me in a good starting point at the start of the day, and I could plan a lot better for the rest of the day. And like I said, I can respond to it a lot better. Now, one of the things that I'm doing now is I talk to myself, so I've wrote on here, I talk to myself by saying things like, okay, Marianne, you're not feeling well, or you have lack of sleep because you stayed up too late. So therefore you lack patience. So you're going to be a bit off today. Things may set you off that wouldn't normally otherwise, So my son, who normally, as part of his sensory processing, runs, from wall to wall in our little flat, and he jumps, right, because he needs that as part of his I've forgotten the proprioceptive, whatever I'll figure out the term, but he needs to have that movement to know spatially, where his limbs and move. So he has to move. So of course, normally it'll be like, if my mood is fine, yep, fine. But if it's not, it'll be like, Zach, stop jumping around. And it's like, hang on, Marianne, you're telling a young man who needs that. It's like part of his oxygen to stop it. And so, see, because I'm not thinking clearly. So I talk to myself, Marianne, you're not feeling well. Be mindful, be easy on yourself. Maybe something that's on your to-do list, you can move it later in the day when you've had a little bit of rest. And that's why this is really a great way. So whether you put a mood log or a morning journal in a tracker or a separate, if you want, get another little notebook. If you don't want to fill in such a big space, get another little notebook that you can write your morning journal or mood log in. Do that. So it's just, or can just be in just a an exercise school book, just writing it down. But write it down. Get it down on paper. Get it out of your head and down on paper. And so as well, I've been making sure I'm scheduling in my breaks. So if you did see my the video or planning, I use my Pomodoro timer. So I've been using this more often than not, because I will just work through a couple of hours and then go, I'll just quickly finish. And then, of course, it's like, no, the whole point of taking a break is you letting your it's, it's like your brain or, your mind's like an engine. So if you keep going for too long, it may overheat. You know how when our computer has too many tabs open, it doesn't work? You got the whirling little symbol in the middle, and you hear the motor of it go, trying to work hard, the fan's going on. And then it shuts down. It's the same with us. We need to maybe close off a little bit of 1 to 2 tabs by taking the micro breaks. And those are, for me, 1 minute deep breathing, stretching if you sit at your desk a lot, writing in your gratitude log, so here just again, one, couple of lines, right? So I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my young older son who helped with dinner while my husband was away. My husband earlier on the week had to go visit his brother. So my older son helped cook dinner, and it was delicious. So now I said, now I know you can cook dinner and cook it beautifully. You need to cook more often. So my husband is the cook in our place, so I'm very lucky that he cooks. And then, of course, the older son now is also starting to cook as well. So scheduling in micro breaks is important. So here, as you can see, I didn't do my afternoon because that's when I took the naps. See how I could easily go, oh no, I didn't take my breaks, but it's like you're the only one who knows why you filled in your planner pages or where you haven't filled in. So make sure that in itself, empty pages, empty trackers is a data point that you can review and use for next time you're planning. So if I go, oh yeah, I didn't take my micro breaks because I was taking a full break. I was taking a nap. So that's fine for me. That's fine. I'm not going to be hard on myself and go, how dare you, Marianne, not take your micro breaks when you tell everybody else that it's important to take breaks, right? Know your own plan and know your own self. So it's really important. So now, what have we learned from reviewing our habit tracker and any trackers you have in your planner? Have a look. Celebrate the wins. Don't dismiss it and don't go, or, just go, oh, I said I wanted to work out 5 days a week, but I'd only worked out 3 days. But then the week before, you didn't even work out. You're dismissing it. Remember, we love wins. We love rewards. Our brain craves it, that dopamine hit. I just read somewhere, I think it was from Linescape Drawing. Linescapes, I'll make sure. His most recent reel is, we celebrate runners or marathon runners, and we clap for them when they run past, right? So if you're watching someone run a marathon, we're giving them, yeah, keep going. We're celebrating them before they've even gone to the finish line. Isn't that a great analogy? So we also have to celebrate our progress throughout, not just when we've reached our goal, not when just going, oh, I haven't lost the 5 kilos that I said I wanted to lose in 3 months. But what about the times you walked more often than you have in the last few years? What about the time that you got yourself, walking or going to the gym 2 times instead of 0 for the last months? Celebrate the progress along the way. Every step counts. So please, I see it all the time when, oh, Marianne, how can you be consistent? If you had never tracked anything before and have never been consistent, as in consistency doesn't mean every day. Consistency is, 2 times a week. Yep. Are you exercising 2 times a week? Yeah, yes. I want to exercise more. That's okay. Well, then, add bits and pieces here and there. You can't climb a mountain if, you've never climbed a mountain before, or you can't run a marathon if you've never even, gone for a jog outside. You got to train yourself. You got to practice, right? Each day. It's like the kids with their bicycles and the training wheels, right? So slowly, bit by bit, you have someone holding on to you, the parent will go, I've got you. All right, do it. Be the same. Be kind to yourself the same way that, an adult wouldn't let a child fall when they're learning to ride a bicycle without the training wheel. Right? Be kind to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself when it's like, oh, I missed this, I missed 3 days. Well, today's another day. It's a good time to start. Right? So be very, very, give yourself some space and grace. May says, your sons have two lovely role models, men who cook. Woohoo! Yeah, I know, I'm very lucky. I always say it's not that I can't cook, it's just that my husband likes to cook. I actually when he worked outside of the home and he'd come home and then he'd do the cooking, I said, do you want me to do the cooking? And he goes, that's his me time. All right, have your me time, buddy. Cook away. Cook away. All right, so let's have a look. So and then of course this one. So planning for the new week. So you would have seen in my silent plan with me, I did already do the embellishing with the headers, washi tapes, my dates for the morning journal, my wellness. I wrote out what my wellness tracker, what I like to do when taking a break, and then my 7 areas of focus. So before I go on, what I want to do is I want to fill this in. So this is a pie chart, wheel of life pie chart. Each segment has 7 little sections that represents the 7 days out of the week. I mean, if you have something similar, it could be percentages, 50%, 60%, 80%. Know the percentage that is good for you. So it doesn't have to be that 100% is the win. If for the moment 50% of working out is really great, celebrate that. The way you measure doesn't have to be the norm, the ABC, the 90% and 95%, right? So I'm just going to quickly fill this in. So I fill this wheel of life pie chart from the new week based on how I did the week before. So then I color code my 7 key areas of focus. So whatever color makes sense to you, and then I just grab it. So then I look, I try and do the same color in the wheels, the same. So then when I look at it, I see the pattern. So let's just have a look. So I meditated every day last week. I did I? Yes, I did. So I will color 7 section of my pie chart. I'll just leave it at that for the moment. I don't want to run out of time. I read every day last week. When you find a book that you enjoy reading, oh man, you hit that reading goal really well. And here's the thing, if you buy a book that you don't like, you don't have to finish it. I used to feel guilty. It's like, oh, I bought the book, I paid $16.99, $24.99, and I haven't read it. If it doesn't flow, I mean, if I told you go watch this, TV show and you don't enjoy it, are you going to watch it till the end? No, you go, I only watched 2 episodes. Right? Same thing with books. Do not feel guilty about not finishing a book that you don't enjoy. Maybe it's not this season. Maybe you're not. You'll go revisit it again another time. So hi Stephanie. Excellent. All right. So I also read 7 days out of 7 last week, and then what's next? Expenses. Tracked our expenses. And again, this week I may also fall off the wagon and not be able to do it, but that's okay, right? So it may not, let's say I didn't do it 7 days. Maybe it's only 3 to 4 days because 2 days I was out of town. So then it's sort of like, it doesn't have to be like filled in like all of the days for you to know that it's a good day. So here, even though it's only a few days that I actioned, still it's all like in that, it's a smaller circle, right? So just make sure you read your own results that will make sense to you, and don't just go, oh, I only did 1 day. But if you were on holiday for 6 days, right? So yourself how it works. So what's next? Connect. Did I connect with loved ones, friends? 7 days again. Now this could be in the 12-week yearbook. I'm going to do a podcast about it. It's called The Emotional Cycle of Change. Knowing this made a big pivot in my mindset. And I'd love to share it with you guys. So the emotional cycle of change, right? So this could be all really, really good. And I know my own history, that I'm really, really good at the beginning of new months, new weeks, when implementing new methods that I've just learnt, right? But then I am going to start to learn what to do when the newness wears off, right? Or when things are gets a little bit harder. That's why motivation is always fantastic at the beginning of a new year, because it's like, woohoo, new year, new me. And then, the motivation, discipline goes out the window when it gets a little bit hard, or when normal day-to-day life just is here and there's no more celebration, right? So but I'll see how I go. Working out, I did 4 days. That is just 1 2 3 4 for me. 1 2 3 4, like that is like fantastic. And these are like mid-intensity workouts that I don't I've customized it for myself. I don't do the jumping jacks anymore, or the bouncing, because it's just like, oh man, my body doesn't react as well as it used to in my 20s. So now I've had to customize or modify some of the moves where it's just step out instead of jumping jacks, and much better. I'm enjoying it a lot more, because I used to think for a workout to to work out well, that I had to do exactly what the trainer was saying. So that if I had to do jumping jacks, that I had to do jumping jacks, but it just puts too much pressure. I'm run out of breath too much, and I don't enjoy it. That's why I didn't, used to not do it all the time. Clean 4 days as well. That's not bad. So, just those quick tidy ups. So tidy as you go. Let me just quickly, I'll color this bit in, so you'll know I'll cut. And then what's the last one? Did I action my top priority of the day? Yes. So again, I'm going to be mindful that, this is like really fantastic result, and I'm going to celebrate it. I'm not going to diminish it by going, well, Marianne, you're only really good at the beginning of new things. Let's see how you are, the second week, when the newness of it wears off. Then when you actually, I have to keep doing it again and over and over again. So another thing I had read was people who are successful are the ones who know how to work through the boring stuff, or keeps doing the boring stuff, because those who are like do really well at their job, or those that are successful in their finance, there's just boring stuff you have to do. There's like no newness all the time. There's no excitement each and every day. But the ones that are successful know how to work through the boring, mundane things that you need to do to get to the goals you have set for yourself. And I know I'm not good with doing the same thing over and over again. I'm sure you would have seen it, right? I change so often with my planner that's why I think that's what it is. And it's the emotional cycle of change that I'm going to work through, is because when things are no longer new, exciting, shiny, it wears off. And I went, oh, no, I still have to do it, and there's no more excitement. But that is the key to success. They say is the ones who are successful are the ones who work through the boring, mundane things over and over again. And that's where the habit comes in. Compound interest with the habits. You'll see it like shoot through when you do it day in, day out. Boring stuff day in, day out. Nothing exciting. No hooray, no confetti each and every day. Okay. So, oh, hello, Robin. Nice to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Snuck in there. Thank you. I do appreciate you being here. And of course, again, if you are watching in a replay, make sure you let me know answers to the questions I've asked throughout the live stream. And of course, if you haven't yet, well, you know what I would love? I would love for you to like this video and, of course, share it with anyone else who you think is a planner addict and who loves the planning, washi tapes and planners, and who also wants to build better habits and be able to get to the goals that we have said are important to us, that matter most to us, that is our agenda, not someone else's. And, you know, and again, it's that putting the oxygen mask on yourself first. So that is, I haven't seen my wheel of life look that full for, I don't think, any time at all. And so that's what I'm going to go off that. So then now I can see here, so the purple is for the cleaning, and then the workout, look, the workout I'm pretty happy with 4 days a week, because I am also doing the push-up challenge, the Push for Better challenge. So I have it in the link. So for 24 days from the 5th of June, I'm going to bank or accumulate 3,249 push-ups. So each day there is a goal. So last week, the start of the week, so 52 push-ups, 110 push-ups, 123 push-ups, and then rest yesterday. And then for the new week, there's 74 push-ups, 129. So I don't do the push-ups all in one go. So this is a for mental health awareness and raising funds. And I'm raising the money that I do get from my donation through this is going to a national charity here in Australia called Lifeline. They provide 24-hour crisis and suicide prevention support. And so, you know, I've used it, the Lifeline, you know, a few times in my early 20s when, you know, there's the stuff that life throws at us when we're young, when we're trying to manage the world. And so, you know, I have loved ones, family and friends, but sometimes, you know, I do, I sometimes think I don't want to burden them. And so if you are feeling like you're feeling lost and you have no one to talk to, find out in your country, in your area, a you know, a support helpline or hotline, or of course seek medical mental health awareness professionals. So all the details that I do talk about when it comes to mental health and well-being, it's for entertainment purposes, but I make sure that you ask for help because it has helped me. And asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional. It means that you have the mental capacity to know that you can't do it yourself. And what I want for you is to know that there, you know, you have support here in the Plannerette community on my channel. You know, DM me on Instagram and just say hi. But please, I urge you to just, you know, find your tribe, your circle, your community, because asking for help is one of the biggest, bravest thing one can do, and that's great, because you still have the mental capacity to go that I can't do this myself. And we're not supposed to do it ourselves. Our brain is still built in the you know, the caveman, the primitive. It hasn't actually developed throughout time that much, right? It in our brain is, we want to make sure we are part of a tribe, because if we're part of a tribe, it means we are better as a group to ward off, you know, the saber-toothed tiger. And then of course, you know, being part of the community means that you have someone to converse with, share the wins and share the struggles. So I highly you know, encourage you to do that. So it's really, really important. So thank you so much, Annabelle. I appreciate you. Plannerettes hug, yes, May. I do appreciate you. So if you haven't yet watched the setup for this current week's well-being planner page, as well as the weekly spread, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and fill this in based on the things I have learned from the previous week. So I know I got to work on prioritizing cleaning. So will have that on top of my weekly spread. I also make sure that if I put a contingency plan maybe over here, that if I want to go and eat some sugary stuff, eat fruit instead. So I need to make sure that I go buy some fruits. And also, instead of having the fruits over there on the kitchen counter, I put some on my desk. So I need to get myself a nice little maybe fruit bowl, and then have my fruits nearby. Like anything else, the more it's handy, the more it's closer to you, the more you'll use it. Same as your planner. And then, of course, what was that one? Getting myself outside. Getting outside for my walk. Let me know. Have you found this video helpful? If so, again, please like and share. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, why not? We have a loving and supportive and warm and welcoming community of plannerettes here. I appreciate you. Make sure you go watch this video right here. Will it go? Yep, that one. Oh, that one. Okay, so it's in the link already. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elle. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, plannerettes. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the comment section, or head on over to my Instagram. I'm heading out there. I talk silly stuff over there all the time. Isabel says, before I go, Mariane, would you be doing a video on how you have your planner set up? Is it the same as you had it before you moved to your Hobonichi? As in the A5? I'll let me know. Yeah, you rock. Thank you, Stephanie. Let me know if it's you meant in my A5 and in my personal, because yes, I will be doing planner flips of the new setup. But if I haven't answered you, pop it in the comment section and I'll be able to answer you further there. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Be good, be kind, and see you next time. Bye. Bye.